I would like to give a special nail addict shout out to I Love Nails, Very Cute Nails, April Shorty, and Exoticus Empire for being the first four to comment on my last video. I thank you all so very, very much. Hey y'all, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So I have here a 1, 2, 3 go scoop from Enail Couture, which is their nail tips, and they have lowered it down to 5 tips per scoop, and I just want to show you what I got. So I got sports length, and we've seen these all before, most of them, but I'm going to still show them for those who have not seen my previous scoops that I received. I wanted to try the 1, 2, 3 go scoops again just to see what I might get. So these are some very short square nail tips. They're cute, but I mostly use this on like clients and my girls. They like these tips in particular. I have tried them on my channel before and really didn't care too much for them. I feel like they're just extremely short for me, being that I am someone who loves to wear XXL nails. I just felt like the sports lengths were really short. But I must say I do love Enail Couture's full cover tips. They're very sturdy. My favorite is just the XXL coffin. They're my go-to ones that I wear very regularly. You've seen them on the channel plenty of times, so that's what I go for. I also got the mini stiletto, which these are really nice, and my mom, she loves gel X nails, and specifically round. So I use these mini stilettos on her, and then we just like round them out, and they look so perfect for her. So these are definitely needed just because I do her nails regularly as well. So was happy to have those back in my collection once again. And like I said, if you've seen my scoop hauls before, I have plenty of these nail tips. I just want to see if I was going to get anything different. So I also got the round, and you guys have seen me use the round on my channel. I really don't like them, to be honest. Just the roundness of them is not something that I would prefer to use. They're just a tad bit round, and they look really funny on my fingers. But I did do an Easter set with them because on my fingers they do remind me of little eggs. So it was perfect for the actual set I did. And although my mom does love round nails, they're not round like this. Like, they're not the same roundness. I would have to take a picture to kind of show you, or maybe they are in a way, but these are a bit too long for her, so I still would have to cut them down and shape them. So the mini stiletto works great because I can just clip the tip off and then round it out, and it just is very perfect for her. So the next two sets of nails I got, I have not had before. So these are like half nail tips, and they're white, which I find to be very interesting. I like the length. They look like maybe like a long coffin. So I do want to do a video of these, just using them because I feel like they are really nice. Just like a typical half cover tip that you would get at a nail salon or something like that. These put me in the mind of. But again, I like that it was something different from my previous scoops where I was basically getting the same nail tips. And I didn't mind if it's, if it was nail tips that I actually liked and wanted to use. So it didn't bother me. Now this the last one I was so happy to get, y'all. When I saw these in here, I was like, wow, just what I wanted. So I got some French almond, and they look like they're on the Princess Pink nails, but I love that they have the French tip already created. I think this is so beginner friendly, so easy, straight to the point. You already have your French tip there, and you can kind of just like design over it. So super nice. And of course I decided to use these in today's video just to kind of show you, that you can create something really nice with these because they're already pretty much into a French tip form, and I loved it. So these are the 5 tips that I got. If you haven't tried scoops, you definitely should because it is worth it at the end of the day. Some of these scoops are way much more just buying them straight out. So we're jumping into the set, and to start, I'm going to prep my nails for my Gel X nails. So I'm going to push back my cuticles really lightly with my cuticle pusher. And then I'm going to take my mandrel and e-file and go around my cuticles to remove the dead skin that's there, and also just rough up the surface of my natural nail as well. Then I'm going to dust off all of that excess dust, and I'm going to go in with my Mono1's dehydrator over all of my nails. And then I'm going in with my Mono1's primer just to prime the nails as well. When you're sizing your nail tips, you want to make sure they fit sidewall to sidewall like so. So off camera, I did that for all of my nails. And now I'm going in with my Saviline 4-in-1 nail glue. And I always like to place just a little thin layer over my natural nail. And then I'll go into the actual nail tip and add some there as well. Not too much, but just enough to where it would cover where my natural nail is. And then I go in at a 45-degree angle and place that on my nail, and then give it a flash cure for about 10 seconds before moving on to the next one. Once I get the pinky applied, I give it a full 30-second cure in my lamp. And then this is how they look after just being cured on, and I did file around the cuticle off camera as well. So now I'm going to take this glittery blue gel polish from Madam Glam, and I'm going to create some hibiscus flowers on this nail. So to do the hibiscus flowers, you want to make 10 dots with a dotting tool in a circular motion. Super easy. I remember the first time I tried hibiscus, I was a little worried, but it came out just fine in these as well. And then you want to take and put a third dot on top of 2 of the dots at a time to make like the tip of the hibiscus flowers. And then I'm going to take my nail art brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull that gel down to create the petals and put a little bit of like lines in for the inside. I feel like it would have came out a little better if it wasn't a glittery gel, but I wanted to try it with a glittery gel because typically when doing this design I gravitate towards white, but I just want to switch it up a bit with this. So I'm just dragging all of that gel in very nicely to create the petals on the hibiscus flower. And then after that, I'm going to take my dotting tool and make a dot in the center. and go back in with my gel brush again and just create a line from the center going out of that flower as well. And then I'm going to take my dotting tool again and make just like 3 lines right adjacent to that. I'm sorry about the focus, but my finger that was closer to the actual camera was making it lose focus. And then I go in with the solid blue and I do the same exact thing, making another hibiscus flower towards the bottom of this nail here as well. After the first hibiscus flower, I did give that a 30-second cure so that it stays in place. And then I decided to take my dotting tool and just create some white dots going kind of like in a swirl on the nail just to add a pop of color to the actual nail here. And then I gave my finger a full 30-second cure in the lamp. For the middle finger, I'm starting in with my Cards Blooming Gel. And I'm going to go ahead and paint that over the entire nail, trying to make a very thin layer because with the blooming gel, you don't want it thick so that everything comes out very nicely. The thicker you make it, the possibility for rippling after you cure, and you don't want that, or for the nail to be too thick. So a very thin layer, and then I used both of those blues and kind of just made some splotches on the fringe tip area and let them spread out a bit and then cure that for 30 seconds. The blooming gel allows the gel to bloom, hence the word blooming gel, or spread very nicely onto a nail, and I really like the effect of blooming gel. So once that's set, I'm now going in at the bottom of this nail and creating yet another hibiscus flower. And then for my pinky, I decided to do like a Y2K vibe. Back in the day, we used to always get all of these designs where there were just like different little line artwork. I love these designs. Back in the day, I would always like use them or wear them. And I'm talking about back in the day, like I'm so old. I'm really not, but it was a very long time that I used to go to a nail salon and tell them just freestyle me, and they would always typically do something of this nature when doing my nails. So I used the glittery blue and then the solid blue to create this design and made some dots on the side of the design as well. And then once I got it all set how I want it, I did go ahead and give this a full 30-second cure in my lamp. For the thumb, I kept it really simple and basically just took the glitter gel and created a line just mimicking the French tip that's already there and gave that a 30-second cure in the lamp. And so now I'm going to go in with a tad bit of bling, and I'm using these blue rhinestones that I got off Shein and my Squeeze It Gummy Jelly from Enail Couture. And on the ring finger, I'm just doing a very simple placement down the center of the nail. And once I got the rhinestones set how I wanted, I gave that a 30-second cure in my lamp. So I want to speak a little on the experience with these particular nail tips. I love Enail Couture tips. I rave about them all the time. But with these, for some reason, they were very weak. So even after me applying the top coat and everything to kind of strengthen them a bit, I did find random times through the week when I was doing random things that the nails would bend. And I've never experienced that from a Gel X nail thus far with me doing them. And maybe it's just the batch that I got that are a little more on the flimsy side. But I did want to go ahead and disclose that, not to discredit Enail Couture at all, because I love them, but just the fact that, you know, that happens sometimes in production when you're making so many products. Some of them can be a bit defective. So just look out for that if you get these. I had to take them off early. I was supposed to wear them for the week, but I ended up having to take them off early because they were just like bending here and there, and it just was very uncomfortable. But the nail set came out super, super cute. And then for my thumb, I placed like 3 rhinestones up by the cuticle and gave that a 30-second cure as well. I hope that everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be. And thank you so much for watching today. Welcome to the channel if you're new. And if you've been subscribed, I love you so much, and I'm very grateful and thankful for you all. And last but not least, we're going to go ahead and seal everything in with a juicy layer of top coat, and then give this a final cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. Off camera, I did apply some cuticle oil, and I'll be back in just a moment with the final look. And here is the finished set. They are so beautiful. I just absolutely fell in love with them. Comment down below and let me know what you think of this very simple nail set. And if you've made it this far into the video, I would definitely love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe, and hit your post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you all for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next one. Remember to be the very best you that you can be, and much love to all.